Ladies and gentlemen, it is now descending into chaos and mayhem even further. What's taking place in Afghanistan is exponentially worse every single day, unfortunately, and it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. There was a horrible thing happened, according to NBC News, outside the Kabul airport. Thousands have been rushing to evacuate, and let's just say we can confirm that outside the Kabul airport, Pentagon spokesman John Kirby said casualties are unclear at this time. So this is this will escalate things. Biden did not have to wait until August. He could have simply begun the investigation, started the the evacuation, in January. He was inaugurated January 20th. January 21st, he could have implemented the evacuations. Trump negotiated a deal with Pompeo. Doesn't matter if you don't like Trump. It doesn't matter if you think he's a despot or authoritarian. He's not. He signed prison reform legislation and negotiated a deal to bring Americans and our citizens and our allies home in a methodical, strategic, organized manner. Trump would have implemented the deal that he negotiated. To spite Trump, Biden did not, or the handlers or people around him did not. I think that Vice President Kamala Harris will eventually take over the presidency. I wish Biden long life. May he live to 120 years old, and nothing but health and happiness for President Biden. Long life. I'm not talking about, because God forbid, a health issue. I'm talking about this man is completely inept. It is now the level of chaos and mayhem. The nightmare scenario is becoming even more horrific. Kabul airport was hit by Thursday, throwing evacuation efforts into more turmoil days before President Joe Biden's timeline of all U.S. forces to withdraw from the country. So we can confirm that near the Abbey Gate of the airport has resulted in an unknown number of casualties. I don't see Biden. I just don't see Biden being trusted by the American people. Even the way the Democratic Party works. The way the Democratic Party works is the following. They have to, replace political liabilities. So you saw what took place with Andrew Cuomo. Now we're finding out that he did preside over an even worse outcome in terms of the pandemic. And I've been telling you that from day one, that he was the worst governor even after he won an Emmy. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Tell your friends about this channel. If you want to support my work via Patreon, the link is below. Via Super Thanks, the link is below. I will thank you. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I do thank everybody. And I want to just thank you so much if you've given Super Thanks. And if you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, go to hagoodman.com. I have an opinion piece in The Jerusalem Post. It's below in the pinned comment. Please go ahead, read it. If you like it, share it. I'm not on social media, but if you are, go ahead and share it. And we have a situation now where the escalation of violence, of chaos, of mayhem, of uncertainty has escalated to a point of no return. I don't know how Biden or his people, I don't know how Biden's people, let's put it that way, are going to handle this. And this is actually all over now. It's really, really bad. They don't know how many people have lost their lives. I don't know if we don't know which group. There are 3 groups now. In addition to the T-ban, there's, let's say, I-State, and then there's the just say Alpha Quarterly. I'm sorry, like, you know what? I'm trying, like, I have to be very cognizant of the algorithm at all times. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is the world we live in. Okay? This is the world we live in. Democratic senators complain to social media companies, and they say, oh my God, you know, Hunter's emails, it's Russian interference again. They have redefined for about 4 years national security as whatever suited their own political party. Now we're finding out what's taking place in terms of national security. So apparently it was somebody who took their life and, strapped, and then and this was during the evacuation. How many Americans were lost? I don't know. It doesn't say. CNN doesn't say either. Nobody knows. The State Department doesn't know. This is Washington Post 21 minutes ago. So they said, well, we were warning people, please leave, please leave. It's like, well, they need to get out of the country. So they're risking their lives. They're like, you have people whose lives are lost if they don't get out. Then, as they're waiting, they lose their lives. You have the most horrible, like, this should put Trump's presidency in perspective. We had record low unemployment. I'm sorry. Like, this is not political. Like, this is, all Americans should wish and hope for the best, and I do. I hope Biden can get us out of it. I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks. I hope Biden can get us out of this. He can't. And Kamala Harris, I don't think can either, but I think the vice president is going to take over at some point. Like, the 25th Amendment should be utilized against it, like, to remove this man. He's completely incompetent. Trump's tweets were national security concerns when he was in office. You had the most petulant, malicious, deranged critics of Trump. And now we're finding out that Biden was presiding over one of the worst moments in U.S. history, and if it's of his own making. He did this. His administration did this. Why didn't he start evacuating Americans and America's allies? And I want every Afghan citizen, every Afghan who helped us, tens of thousands, to become citizens immediately. I don't care how many helped us. I want them to become citizens. Because if you risk your life for 20 years, I want you to become a citizen of this country. I think if you risked your life, you say, well, vetting. Okay, if you risked your life, it's vetting. What more can you say? And Democrats think, oh, well, they're going to vote Democrat. No. I don't think so. You can just probably bet that they're going to vote Republican, a good percentage. There's now chaos and mayhem outside the airport in Afghanistan, and the only airport... why is there only one airport that we're using, by the way? Why? That makes no sense at all. But again, this is Biden's making. This is a catastrophe and a nightmare and a disaster of the Democratic Party's making. They were worried more about Trump's tax returns the past couple weeks prior to this. They were very excited that they got Trump's CFO or CEO for perks or whatever, for tuition payments. This was national security to them, do you understand? Oh, and they tried desperately to blame Trump, and then the FBI said, nah, he had nothing to do with it. But now we're finding out a true catastrophe. I don't know how many lives have been lost. I don't know. They don't say. There's not one article here that explains how many lives lost. So Washington Post, let's see. thousands of Afghans are going to Pakistan now. CNN, let's see what CNN says. John Kirby, Pentagon press secretary, doesn't know. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. I will obviously do an update on this in several hours. God bless America. God bless you. Stay safe. And in this time of absolute mayhem, find something that you love to do and do it. Find somebody you love and tell them that you love them. And focus on your happiness in life. Because this country is descending, and it's descending into madness on many fronts. And in terms of foreign policy, it's only going to get worse, unfortunately. I say this, I pray to God I'm wrong. God bless America. But this is like unbelievable. We knew that this would take place, something like this, but it can escalate completely out of control, and that's already happening. Give me your thoughts below. I only see like them passing the baton to, like, I see them some way saying, you know what, Biden resigns somehow and giving it to Kamala Harris. I would actually be happier with Kamala Harris as president than Biden. I don't know if he knows what's going on or where he is. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.